Alright guys, I'm thinking this is the last video for the modeling section, so in the next video we might actually be texturing the whole thing. So let's get started. We're just going to create this piece and that will be all. So let's do that right now. Taking a look at this, you can see these are rotated in some kind of angles, but right now we're going to treat them as though they are not rotated at all. So maybe we're in front view, they are just like that. Okay, so they are not rotated in any angle. Alright, so that's how we're going to create them first before we move them or rotate them in the origin here to match the rotations over here. So I'm just going to click somewhere here to place the cursor there, and I'm going to go into local view now. Numpad. Okay, we need to add in a circle first, so let's go into top view and let's add in a circle, and let's change the number of vertices to, say, I don't know, maybe say 10, no, 12. Let's make it 12 or 14, even 14 vertices. And now let's go into local view like that, and we are going to go back to global view. Let's shape this down first. Let's shape it to be the size of the tip. Alright, so I think that is about how thick it is. Let me scale that down a little bit. Scale that down a little bit like that, and I think, yeah, that is it. So go back into local view to the top view, and of course like this, and to the front view, which I think is here, and I'm going to extrude this down in the Z axis until we match this area here, the side that is taken down like that. So like this. Alright, let's go back to global view and work in global view instead. I think that will help us know how far down we are in here. So like that, and let's hold down control now, and we want this to be, yeah, so hold down control and then left click on your mouse with these edges selected. Just hold down control, left click on your mouse, and you can see it automatically extrudes it for you like that. But I don't know, it kind of rotates this a little bit, and as a result is skewing this one out, and we don't want that. So Control Z, all we have to do now is just press Shift and D to duplicate this. Move it here, press comma to get back into bounding box, and press R and type in 90. Of course, press Y to rotate in the Y axis, and type in 90 like that. And just make sure this is a little bit below the edge here, so just move it down to, I think there is good, or maybe somewhere here like that, a little bit up like that. I think, yeah, that is good. So just move it forward to about there, should be good now. Yeah, think so. So now just press E and then X, extrude this out. We're matching up this area here, the length here. So I think it's a little bit out. I don't know if that is good enough, but yeah, I think it's good. Just move it in a little bit like that. Let's go to the front view, move it in a little bit more. So something like that should be good. A little bit more, a little bit more, yeah. So that is good. Now I'm going to select the whole thing, this whole thing I mean. So press A to deselect and press L on that one. And first of all, let's press Shift and S, cursor to select it of this, press L again to select the whole thing. Now press period to scale around the 3D, to transform around the 3D cursor. And now we're going to rotate this just slightly. So like, say, I think 5 degrees was enough. Well, let's go with 10. Let's go with 10 degrees, like that. Now I'm going to select this, press Shift and D, and we'll move that down here, like this. Press G, move that down here like this. Select this, press Shift and S, cursor to select it, and now select the whole thing. Go to the front of the coffee machine, and let's rotate this out a little bit as well. So something like that. Hold Control, 10 degrees as well. Oh no, that is a little bit more than that. So say 20 degrees, that is 10 plus 10, so that's 20. We rotated it 10 before and 10 again, so that's 20. Now we're going to select these two faces here. I'm going to press W and choose Bridge Edge Loops, like that. So as soon as you bridge edge loops, press T to go into the options here and enable the number of cuts to say 5. Hold down shift and move it precisely to about, say, I don't know, something like that, until you have this moving smoothly like that. And now select this too as well, press W and choose bridge edge loops. Increase the number of cuts again to something like that. I think, no, 4 should be good, or 3. Yeah, 3 is also good. So it's already putting that number there for us, the one we used before. So I don't know if that is good enough, but I think it is, like that. Now select this too, press G twice, slide it back, then C, and then move it all the way down, like that. So we have it there. So I don't know if that is long enough, but I think it is for me. So I'm going to press E and then S press comma first, then press E, then S, scale this out like this. And let's press F on this and change this to normal, so that we can move this in the normal axis like that. So move this down to about here, then press E, move this down a little bit more to about here. I think that is, yeah, let's scale this out a little bit more first. So scale it out a little bit like that, and then move it down again a little bit more, like so, and then press E and move that down like that. I think that is about it. Now press I to insert this and then move it out like this. Press E again, scale it down, press Alt and M and merge this, Alt and M, yeah, at the center, and move it out a little bit like that. Now press Ctrl and R here, add in 2 edge loops, and press Alt and S to fatten it out like that. Let's move this in a little bit to there, like so. So now let's add in a subdivision surface at level 2. Okay, now we're going to add in loop cuts to sharpen this area up. So like that, like that, like that. No, hold on, I think, yeah, they're less. So let's just put one in the middle here. And let's slide this back to about there. Slide this into about there. And let's move this down to about here. Now press T and choose smooth shading, like that. So now what we're going to do now is create this thing over here. So to do that, we're going to steal some vertices here. So just add in a vertex to the top, yeah, a little bit like that, and add one here. Of course, those that we're going to steal. So like that. And select this to press P, separate the selection, and press Ctrl Z and undo all those insertions. Now select this, get in here, and we're going to press, I don't know, maybe E, and then press Alt and S after that to fatten it up a little bit, like so. Yeah, I think that is good enough. So press Ctrl and I to select the inner faces, and I don't know, maybe we press I to insert the faces in like that, so it inserts on both sides. And now we can delete the inner faces by pressing X and deleting the faces. So there's no more inner faces, and you can see that when I hide this. So there's no more inner faces there. Now all we're going to do is select these edges here in edges mode. Select these edges here, top and bottom. Press Ctrl and B, and then let's bevel this. Add in another. I'll scroll up to add in another edge like that, and let's add it to about here. It's rubber, so it needs to be very soft since it's rubber. And press Ctrl and R. Add one almost to the bottom here, and Ctrl and R. Add one almost to the top. So as I was saying, it is rubber, so we need to make it look like it. So I'm going to add one in the middle here. Well, let me select this too, and let's press Alt and S and fatten it up a little bit. Add one more in the middle, fatten that up a little bit as well. Okay, make it look like rubber. Select this too as well, Alt and S, fatten it up a little bit. Add one in the middle, fatten it up a little bit like that. And now we're going to get in the middle here. Let's add in a loop cut to the top here. In fact, let me deal with this too, so that this is very proportional. deal with this one as well. So Control and R and scroll up until we have about 25. Select the very end ones and press X and dissolve the edges like that, so that they are equal distances away from the edge like that. Now add in another set, another 25. Select the ends again and dissolve the edges. So now this is the ends we're going to use. Now add in another set again. So this time we're going to add in almost close to the end there. So let me say 60 is good enough. Select the ends again and dissolve the rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the faces in the middle here. So change to face select, keep your mouse in the middle here, hold down Alt and click to select all of that. And here as well, so this time hold down Shift and Alt to select all of that. And let's press I now to insert the faces, like so. Okay, so to somewhere about, say, I don't know, maybe here. Alright, and then press insert again to insert it. This time insert it very close to the first one. And press Alt and S. And then let's move this in. It's not too far in. So something like that I think is good. Good enough. So we just press Ctrl and R right in the middle here. Let's just use the same trick. So add in about 25. Dissolve the very ends and move the very ends and dissolve the rest like that. Alright, so we need to make it look like rubber again. So add the middle one in here and move it in a little bit like that to make it look like rubber. And now we're going to select these edges here. Let me just focus on that. Select these edges here. Press G twice, slide this down a little bit like that. And then G twice and then slide it back a little bit like that. Do the same thing here. G twice down, G twice up a little bit. Now we're going to do the exact same thing below here. So Control and R in the middle, Alt and S, scale it in, and select this. G twice, move it down, G twice, move it back. Same here. G twice, move it down, G twice, move it back. And there it is. So it looks good. Very good. Alright. So now we're going to create this end over here, and I think I wanted to create it as a separate piece before, but I think I will create it as a single piece now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the side here, and I'm going to select this two over here. Yeah, I'm going to press E to extrude it all the way out like that, and I'll press S and I will just scale that in a little bit like that, move it out some more, press S and then Z twice to scale in that very axis, and type in 0 to make it flat on that very surface there. Alright, that is looking good. Very good. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is get to the side here. Sorry about that noise, guys. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, let's get on to the front area. And now let's select this face here. Let's press Shift and S, choose Cursor to select it. And I'll press Shift and A and add in a mesh circle. And I think the number of vertices should be, say, 12. Let's type in 12 and add that in. Now let's scale this down to the very area here. And let's scale it, say, like this. Press Z twice and scale it like that, and then rotate it to match the whole area here. And move that up here like this. Alright, so let's change the... Okay, hold on, guys. So let's move on to this side and let's change this back to face. Alright, and let's put off the subdivision surface now. And let's change this to vertex, press G and then hold Control until it matches there. Let's rotate it a little bit there. G, hold Control until it matches like that. So now we're going to select this face here and delete that face. And let's add in multiple loop cuts here. So let's add in, say, 3 of them here. And we're going to select these ones here. Get onto the front view. And we're going to move that out to sort of round it off. Instead, let me move let me deselect this, and let's move these in instead. Sorry, move this in instead, like that, and like that, till we have that look that we were going for. Scale this in a little bit more, like that, and let's add in, say, 3. Yeah, so 3, and we're gonna scale this in as well. Shift, and let's get to the top view and let's fix this real quick. So you can see it moved a little bit over here. So here's what we're going to do. Let's select this, and let's select everything here. So click down on hold shift and control, shift and control, and click here, and now select this twice and press alt and period on your keyboard to set it to that. Press S now and then Y and type in 0, like that. So do the same thing over here. This time we select this, hold control, and select the one down here. Okay, so select this way instead. So select that again, select, hold control and click on that one, hold control, click on this, and hold control, click on the last one. Now press S and then Y and type in 0, like that. I'm going to do the same thing here. All of this, hold control, select that, hold control, select this, and press S and then Y, type in 0 again, like that. So with that done, let's fill these faces first, so we can snap this onto the surface right here. So let's now press G and then hold control again, press enter to have it fit to the surface like that. So that is nice. So we're going to select all of these now, and I'm going to press S and then shift and X. Oh no, shift and then Z, I think it's not it. S, shift and then Z. No, shift and then Y. So S, shift and then Y. Now let's scale this in a little bit like that. Deselect this, S, shift and then Y. S, shift and then Y. Now let's keep that there. Let's do that for the last one. S, shift and then Y. And scale this down a little bit like that. So now let's select this face and delete that face. I'm going to select these 4 vertices here and press F. Now select this 2 and keep your hand on the F. Hold on, I think that was a little weird. Do the same thing here until you get over there. Now select this 4, press F, select this 4, and press F. Now select this 2 and press F until it fits in like that. And now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to extrude this in the the Y axis till it gets here. Now let's select this, press shift and S, say cursor to select it, select this again. Now press period to scale on the cursor and press S, then Y, and then type in 0 to move it in like that. So now you can select all of these vertices here and delete them. Now we can select these 4 vertices, press F, and press F until you get down here. Do the same with this side until you get down there. Now select this 4, press F, select this 4, and press F. I'm going to select this 2 and press F to the end, like that. Now re-enable the subdivision surface and you can see how that looks. So we're going to press Ctrl and R through here, press E, then F to align it with the outer one, like that. That looks nice. And shoot, I forgot to add in supporting edge loops on the outside here. But yeah, that won't work. Well, I think we can go with that. So let's just keep it that way. So press Ctrl and R, move that in here a little bit, and move that out here also like that. So that looks good. That even makes it look more rubber-ish, like that. So let's just make sure the whole thing is smooth. So just select smooth shading like that, and press Alt and H to bring everything back. And you can see how that looks very nice. I would have taken my time to perfect this, but since this is a tutorial, I'm keeping everything short and quick. So with that done, we're just going to select these 2 and press Ctrl and J to join them together. So now they're one piece, like that. So that about does it. Now you can see the origin is still at the center of the very first circle we add. This is very important because we're going to use that to rotate it on its axis to get that angle. These ones are rotated that. So let's do that right now. So with this one, I think this is rotated slightly to the right like this. So we're going to press R, and we're going to press Z, and rotate this out a little bit like that. Right? So we're going to go to the front view again, press Shift and then D, and I'm going to move this in the Y-axis, in the X-axis, move that over here. It depends on what axis you're in. Okay, you may have it at a different axis, so just move it in the appropriate axis and get that right. So now this is more facing us and to the other side, so press R and then Z, rotate that almost to the other side and let it face you a little bit like that, so like that. I'm going to move the whole thing back a little bit like that to about the center of the coffee machine like that. I'm going to move this one in a little bit as well, G in the X axis, a little bit in like that to the center. Change this back to global so I can move things easily. So there it is, the coffee machine is complete. Although I think these arms are a little longer, but you get the idea of what we did here, and you can pretty much shorten it anyhow you want. So yeah, the next video will be the texturing of the whole thing, so we'll get to that as soon as possible. Take care.